Welcome to NT Coins World. Today, we're diving deep into two of the most interesting Washington quarter dollar coins that every collector should know about. If you're passionate about numismatics, rare coins, or simply looking to see if you have a valuable quarter in your collection, then you're in the right place. In this video, we will cover the 1965 Washington quarter and the 1973 Washington quarter, both of which have unique histories, valuable errors, and special collector interest. We will discuss their design features, historical significance, mintage values, and errors that can make them worth far more than their face value. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to NT Coins World and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins. Now let's get started. The 1965 Washington quarter holds a special place in U.S. coinage history. This was the first year that the U.S. Mint transitioned away from 90% silver quarters to a copper-nickel clad composition due to rising silver prices. This shift marked the beginning of modern quarters, making the 1965 issue highly significant. The coin features the iconic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which had been in use since 1932. On the obverse, we see Washington's left-facing portrait with Liberty inscribed above and the date 1965 below. In God We Trust appears to the left. The reverse showcases a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches below. The inscriptions United States of America and A Pluribus Unum appear at the top, while quarter dollar is placed at the bottom. Approximately 1.8 billion coins were struck across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core. Weight 5.67 grams. Diameter 24.3 millimeters. Despite its large mintage, the 1965 quarter has become a sought-after piece due to its transitional significance. While most circulated examples are worth only face value, high-grade specimens graded MS-66 or higher can sell for $100 to $500 at auctions. One of the most valuable varieties is the 1965 silver quarter era. Some 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets intended for 1964 quarters. These rare errors can be worth thousands of dollars, with some fetching over $7,000 depending on condition. Collectors should also look for other errors such as off-center strikes, double die obverses, and missing clad layers, which can significantly increase a coin's value. The 1965 Washington quarter is a must-have for collectors, especially those interested in the transition from silver to clad coinage. Always check your pocket change. You never know when you might find a rare error or a high grade. Example, the 1965 Washington quarter is one of the most talked about coins in U.S. numismatic. This year marked a significant shift in U.S. coinage history, and this quarter is at the heart of it. Before 1965, Washington quarters were struck in 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to rising silver prices in the early 1960s, the U.S. government faced a major challenge. Silver was becoming too valuable to use in circulating coins. Many people started hoarding silver quarters, half dollars, and dimes, causing a shortage in everyday circulation. To solve this issue, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from quarters and dimes, replacing them with a copper-nickel clad composition. This change meant that 1965 quarters were the first to be struck without silver, making them an important transitional coin in U.S. history. The design of the 1965 Washington quarter remained the same as earlier issues. Features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The word Liberty is inscribed at the top. The phrase "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left of Washington's neck. The date, 1965, is centered at the bottom. Displays an image of an eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows. Below the arrows, two olive branches symbolize peace. The inscription United States of America is at the top. The phrase E pluribus unum appears below it. The denomination quarter dollar is at the bottom. The US Mint produced a massive number of 1965 quarters to combat coin shortages. Because of this, they were struck at multiple facilities, but no mint marks were used on quarters between 1965 and 1967. This means all 1965 quarters lack a mint mark, even if they were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Total mintage over 1.8 billion. Since so many were made, finding a circulated 1965 quarter is common. However, uncirculated examples and rare errors hold significant value. Most 1965 quarters in circulated condition are worth only face value 25 cents due to high mintage. A mint state, MS65, 1965 quarter can sell for around $15 to $50. A high-grade MS67 example can reach $600 to $1,000. SMS, special mint set. 1965 quarters have a satin-like finish and are worth $5 to $50 depending on condition. Some rare errors make the 1965 quarter significantly valuable. Some quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. A genuine 1965 silver quarter can sell for $5,000 to $10,000 plus, depending on condition. Some quarters show doubling on the date or lettering, increasing their value. A quarter with a missing section due to an improperly cut planchet can be worth $50 to $150. If the design is shifted, these coins can be worth $100 to $300 depending on the degree of misalignment. The 1965 Washington quarter is highly collectible due to its historical significance and rare errors. If you find one in your pocket change, always check for silver composition and unique errors before spending it. The 1973 Washington quarter might not be as widely recognized as the 1965 issue, but it has its own numismatic appeal. While it's a clad coin like most modern quarters, its errors, condition rarity, and historical context make it a valuable piece for collectors. Like other Washington quarters, the 1973 issue features John Flanagan's classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse. The inscriptions include Liberty above Washington's head, In God We Trust to the left, and the date 1973 at the bottom. The reverse maintains the traditional eagle design, symbolizing strength and patriotism. It features the same inscriptions, United States of America, and E pluribus unum at the top, with quarter dollar below, Philadelphia. Mint, 346 million, no mint mark. Denver, mint, 232 million, D mint mark. San Francisco, mint, 2.7 million proof coins, S mint mark. Composition, copper nickel clad. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Circulated, 1,973 quarters are generally worth face value, but uncirculated and high-grade specimens can fetch $50 to $200 in grades MS66 plus. Proof versions, especially deep cameo, DCAM examples, are highly desirable and can sell for $500 or more. Some 1973 quarters exhibit noticeable doubling in the lettering, particularly on Liberty and In God We Trust. These can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100. Depending on the percentage of misalignment, these errors can be valued at $100 to $500. If a portion of the coin is missing due to an improper cut during minting, these errors can fetch between $50 and $300. If you come across one in exceptional condition or with an error, it could be a valuable addition to your collection. The 1973 Washington quarter might seem like an ordinary coin, but there are key factors that make it special for collectors. By 1973, the US had been using copper nickel-clad quarters for nearly a decade. The economic landscape was shifting, and coinage was evolving. The bicentennial quarter, 1776 to 1976, was already in planning, making the 1973 quarter one of the last regular Washington quarters before the major design change in 1976. The familiar John Flanagan portrait of George Washington remains unchanged. Liberty is inscribed at the top. In God We Trust appears on the left side. The year 1973 is displayed at the bottom, features the traditional eagle perched on arrows representing strength and preparedness. Two olive branches symbolize peace. United States of America at the top, a pluribus unum below it. Quarter dollar at the bottom. The 1973 quarter was struck at 3 U.S. mint locations. Philadelphia, no mint mark, 346,924,000. Denver, D mint mark, 232,977,400. San Francisco, S mint mark, proofs only, 2,760,339. Most circulated 1973 quarters are common, but high-grade examples, proof coins, and rare errors hold strong collector value. Circulated, typically worth face value. MS-65 examples sell for $5 to $20. MS-67 examples can fetch $500 plus. Deep cameo proofs are highly sought after, with prices ranging from $10 to $50 plus. Some valuable errors include doubling in lettering or the date can increase the coin's value. 10% to 50% off center strikes can be worth $100 to $300. These can range from $50 to $500 depending on severity. The 1973 Washington quarter is an important pre-bicentennial issue, making it a key piece for collectors who focus on the evolution of U.S. coinage. There you have it. The 1965 and 1973 Washington quarters are two essential coins for any serious collector. If you have these quarters, always check for rare errors and high-grade conditions, as they can be worth far more than just 25 cents. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to NT Coins World for more insights into valuable coins. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.